Hello, my name is Planet Becky. Welcome to my channel. Oh, what am I doing? Hello, my name is Planet Becky. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the first episode of the Let's Play Career Modes on Planet Zoo. Now, I have set myself the challenge of doing everything in these career modes on the hard mode. Let me just pause this. Because I'm insane and it's mainly for your entertainment. Anyway, so the point of the career modes is to basically teach you how to play the game, to put it bluntly. There'll be certain things that are like locked and stuff, so but this is the very first one. I remember doing it on medium. I'm hoping it ain't gonna be real hard. Anyway, first things first, locate the grizzly bear habitat. Now I'm loving how, what was her name? Yeah, I can't remember. Has highlighted it for me. So
did you know that
Nancy,
grizzly bears,
what a
also
name,
known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year?
where are the bears?
Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Oof. Quarantine vibes.
Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Okay, but that's, oh, there it is. There's a bear.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
So that I can get a close-up of its face.
See now, this is a fantastic way to get a close look at your animals. You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Oh look, there's the other bear, just in case we were wondering. There are in fact, right, lions on the other side of the zoo. Well, I wouldn't have said the other side, but okay.
Panthera leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride, although prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie would say, those lions are awesome.
Awesome.
Which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives?
I'd love
Come on,
Bernie's
let's head over
horrific
to an
puns.
empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Empty habitat? Did they lose the animals? Alright.
As you can see, it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
Yeah, the
Well,
animal.
2 somethings. Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section. There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just
Perfectly
click on
splendid.
them and select Adopt from the side menu.
Adopt.
Normally the animal exchange would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants.
Well, wouldn't that be fun?
When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are.
Yeah, so
how
prepared.
about you move them into their new home?
Send them to the zoo.
When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat.
I know what she's going to ask me.
The trade centre's location. So let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
He's already left.
Well,
Run, my little friend.
Those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible.
Run.
Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat. But I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic.
It's hungry and
basically
thirsty.
how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information. Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station.
Food.
Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station. And for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl.
Did it! Yay me!
Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare.
Mud baths.
Oh,
That'll keep you
nice
clean.
work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Can I feed these guys first? Because they are not happy. Okay, ostriches. Got the Planet Zoo music stuck in my head.
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right
Paused.
corner. That's more like it.
Something's wrong here.
Sometimes it's a
Where
good idea
the
to
rest?
pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused while we get this ostrich habitat built. Okay, job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Outside placement area. That's good. Maybe I want my keeper habitat. Nope, it's not liking it going there.
Right.
Did
Let's
it.
complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Oh, what did I do? Oh no. Jing. Jing.
Good
I
work.
did it.
Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed the
Connected.
guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least
Yeah.
not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in. There we go.
You can
Adding
only
more
see in this
windows
one
gives
little
guests
section.
even more opportunities. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box.
Gotta get
See,
that
when
money.
guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation.
Yes.
Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them.
Gotta get the dollar, dollar, dollar.
Now, before we adopt our ostriches, you should click the play button. After all, if the game's paused, then so are our caretakers, which will make it a bit tricky for them to deliver the ostriches, eh?
So tricky.
By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times
Three.
faster. It can be useful, especially
4.
if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat.
Send them to the zoo.
Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish.
Oh, for a
All
brew.
right, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't
Oh
you
wait, I
think?
already did that, so
Let's get 4 of them in here.
Van.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item.
I will put
It's
them
often
down,
best to
the
place
things that you
like
have given me.
enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Oh my damn. I got a bronze. Yay.
To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitat.
Now, do we get a fancy one or boring one?
Time walking when they
I'm gonna go
should be
fancy.
looking after
It's
the
actually cheaper.
animals.
How ironic.
You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Did it. For those of you wondering, I just clicked the Z button.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food
How
at the same
exciting.
time. Oh,
Was that a train?
Bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff
Train,
facilities
train.
shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like
Kinda
seeing
wanna ride the
facility
train.
buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. In case that wasn't clear. Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power. And that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut.
Obviously.
So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Don't want to place a windmill. That
Now,
would be
the
too
reason
good for the
everything has gone
environment.
blue is because you're using the power heat map. This map allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat map off.
Everything is powered apart from this one little circle here. But you know.
Lovely work. Now
Lovely.
the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they
Oh my God, is that a
won't walk
hippo?
very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We
Ooh.
want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet.
Oh no.
Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away.
Where is it? It's here.
Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch.
Oh my
And
goodness.
concrete and glass, I expect. So, go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Oh, thanks, Nancy. I would have forgotten.
And make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start here. And just like make our way down, shall we? Yeah. I can't see. Oh, it's too long. Let's make it shorter. So it fits. Find the Planet Zoo music way too calming. Yeah, let's just go over the rocks, sure. Hold on, I can't see. I can't see. Yeah, did it. Add a habitat gate. Let's put it on the staff path over here. Be smart.
Now, Bernie takes
I'm not
safety
finished.
very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it
yes.
is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode.
I'm already there, but okay.
Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool.
Alrighty. Wee.
Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards.
Whoop.
You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Well, that's at 4.35 meters, so that'll do.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get.
Gotta get the
Especially
money
as these
out of
tigers
those
aren't exactly
people.
eating instant noodles for lunch.
Yes, I'm sure the tigers would love
Okay,
a
that's the
pot
habitat
noodle.
boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Tigers! Tigers! Oh, how perfect. They're already here for me. Select 2. Send them
Whilst
to
our
the zoo.
trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll
Alrighty.
start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them.
Yep, you'll do.
This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool.
Wait, can I make it rough water?
Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also
Calm
need some
it'll be.
enrichment. Why don't you add some suitable toy and food enrichment items into their habitats?
Let's put it right next to the window.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather.
Hey,
Go on, add a shelter to their habitat.
that is normal
You can
weather
either
for
build
me.
one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
I will take the blueprint. Thank you very much, Nancy. How beautiful is that? Just what you see a tiger in the wild. Oh, it's off the ground. Can we make it like not be off the ground, please? Make it sink a bit. Oh wait, it's wanting me to follow the steps. Yes, I did that. Thank you. Okay. Just gonna wait for them to deliver my tigers. I feel like I want to explore here a little bit. I mean, it is pretty cool. I wonder where in England it is. I mean, the weather's pretty nice. I'm gonna say in the south, the best part.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat.
Yeah, they look
Select
miffed.
a tiger and bring up its information panel.
I did it.
Rightio. Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
They want more soil.
Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Oh my goodness. Gonna give them the, I've walked along this way too often, look.
Right then, all animals need
I
plants
made it
and trees
pretty.
from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It
Yeah.
looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are
Remove.
native to Asia.
Remove.
Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount
Say
of their
from
habitat to
Asia.
be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the
Tropical.
Environment tab.
Temperate and grassland.
As you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
I already
You can
did.
find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Let's just cover this. So it doesn't even like it. No, it's fine with it. Yay. Just gonna cover their little habitat as if it doesn't even exist. Two
They say that
stars.
good fences make good neighbors. I
I
guess
wanna place
that's
this.
doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Why not?
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls.
The
Told
Indian
that we need to improve
peafowls.
their social welfare.
Why? Because they reproduce like there's no tomorrow?
Just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have
Found
a
you.
gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese. Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail. Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right.
Oh no.
So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
What's wrong? Oh, the social.
Right. As you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls.
3.
Off you pop to the animal market then.
1, a 2, a 3. Select all. Send
Good
them
work
to
on
the
those
zoo.
peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon.
I expect
but
they
sadly,
will
It
be.
sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
What's up with ya? She looks alright to me.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards,
Why would you say that,
they're
Nancy?
stressed by the
Why would you
lack of
say that
privacy.
blasphemous thing?
You
Milk
can lower
before
their
the
stress
tea bag?
levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you?
I do
This will
too.
give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Because people are rude. Replace. Replace. Why are they outside the placement areas? Why won't you let me do it? And it's not letting me. Can I just like delete some of it? Can I not just go like this? It's not letting me. Ah. Oh wait, here. Oh. Well,
Of course, when an animal
be
isn't
helpful
in
if I
its
looked at the
natural
instructions.
biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot.
What?
Even with the terrible British weather.
What?
You should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But
Some
let's
coolers?
start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in
The
the leopard's
look-see.
habitat.
Oh, it's warm.
As you can
It's
see, we
warm.
already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can.
Chilly,
Luckily
chilly,
for us,
chilly.
this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Okay.
You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them.
Let's make it nice and chilly in
It'll
there
take
too.
a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
I can't even find the guy. Where is it? Is that it? Am I being that thick that I cannot even find the animal that lives in here? Where are you? Hello? Did it run away? Is it in the tree? It's in the tree. How did you get up here? Here we go. Terrain. It wants way more snow. Okay. Okay, babes.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up
All
any
of the
issues
other
with their habitat.
animals. Alright.
That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And
Oh.
that average welfare is a very important statistic.
Yes, it is.
I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Oh, a cuppa. Will you make me one? I'd love a cuppa. Cup of tea. Kinda rocky. You're a temperate rock. You know, 'cause it's gotta match. Gotta make it look pretty. I want like one of the flat ones. Yeah. Give it a hard shelter. Twisty, twisty. Make it touch the wall. The wonder of the mystery. Ooh, that's a big rock. Nope, that's a big rock too. That's also a very big rock. I just want like... Yes, like that. Alright. I mean, I literally just made you a hard shelter here. What? Are you also gonna complain? You are. I mean, there was literally enough space in here for both of you, but okay. I guess I'll get rid of all of my hard work. Rude. Delete it all. Maybe it needs to be taller. Maybe that's the issue. I swear to God, if this thing says no, I will cry. Hey. Okay. Grass. Too much long grass. Yeah, there's a tree in my way. What else do you want? Wants more sand. Ooh, let's make that smaller. Wait, what? Why are the animals starving? Ah! Where's your feeder? Here. No, let me go back. Over here. Toy enrichment. Species, what are you? Other than being called Speedy, how horrible were these people? Yeah, let's give you some of that. And a ball. And a dog ball, because you're definitely a dog. And a sprinkler. Bam. You're at 91%. You're done. Let's go back and find my next victims. I mean, people to help. My plains zebras. What's up with you guys? Habitat. You want more plants? Good for you. I want more plants too. I'm joking. I would definitely kill them. Because I suck at taking care of plants. Well, okay, put that. Are you happy now with the plants? You actually are. That's hilarious. Terrain. More grass. Way more grass. Some long grass too, just gonna dabble that in. Gotta make it nice and grassy. Okay, anything else? Enrichment items. That makes sense. Filters, species, plain zebra. Let's give you a rubbing pillar and a, what did that say? Herb scent marker enrichment. That was really hard to say. I'm gonna give you a barrel roller as well over here. And a grazing ball feeder. And yeah, sure, why not? A hanging grass feeder. You good now? You're good. Zoo. Can we slow it down a bit? I mean, everyone seems pretty happy. Is everyone happy? We're at 86%. Oh wait, it's my lions. They're the issues. What's up with you? There's a cub. Oh, so cute. Anyway, what's up with you? You just don't have any enrichment items. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. Ooh, I am not enjoying the sound of that eating. Let's get them a frozen blood pumpkin. And a blood scent marker. And a big ball. A prey scented stick, of course. And the creepiest thing out there, the fake zebra. I don't know why I think it's creepy, I just... yeah. Okay, you good now? Anything else? It's got too many trees. Well, okay. There you go. Oh, he's playing with the ball, and of course the first thing he does is kick it into the thingy. Into the water. Not thingy, Becky. Think of the word. Okay, next one. Come at me. You're hungry. Yeah, that makes sense. There's food right here. Oh. It's called the keeper for that. Okay, is there anything else I can do for you while I'm here? Your welfare's only at 75%, mate. You want some food enrichment? I can do that. Because obviously I'm looking under R for giraffe. Yeah, let's go for some of these. You good for everything else? You good now? 97%. Thanks. I just want to see the African elephants. And it's asleep. Oh, there's a baby. There's a baby. Oh, hello, Sabella. Becky, concentrate. Yeah, sure, let's get rid of this one. Are you happier now? Wow, you actually are. Flynn. My very common warthogs.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
My passport. Oh, blimey. Well, everyone. Just gonna pause it. Oh, Bernie's here back.
Purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming.
Who is screaming?
All the, appropriate noises. I guess
What?
I was right to hire you, huh?
You were.
Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning.
Damn, Nancy.
We're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee.
Oh, a foxy coffee.
As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously.
Oh.
But you see,
That's awkward.
zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me. Alrighty. Well, everyone, thank you for coming along
to the first episode of the Let's Play Career Mode Hard mode on career mode. Yep, let's go with that. Thank you for coming along. This is episode 1. Over and out. I don't think it was that bad. Maybe they were just letting me in gently into the slaughtering hell that is about to come on to me as I endure the next chapters. So do come back to the channel and check those out. Thank you so much for coming along. My name is Planet Becky. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.